Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to me being definitely 100% on time.
And awake. I'm awake. Didn't wake up to my alarm, by the way. I mean, well, actually, I don't know that I didn't wake up to my... I don't know what happened. It's fine. My alarm maybe went off and I slept through it. Or it didn't go off. And I don't know which. My guess would be that it went off. Okay, so last we left off, something was happening, but I don't know what. I'm not awake yet. Give me a second. We're going to. That's not the right program. We're going over to this. We're doing a Control C. We are going over to this now. Yeah, exactly. Not even 45 minutes. Of extra, like 53 minutes or something like that. I am very freshly awake. I got up and went straight to the computer. So that's not true. I went to the fridge first. I went to the fridge first, and I guess I'm not ever going straight to my computer because my computer is in like a tiny little alcove in the corner of my living room. So I actually have to go around to get to it in the first place, and it's actually even more of an alcove right now because it's actually I've moved my living room around, so I actually have to climb over the couch in order to get back here right now. I have to like climb over the back of the couch to get here. But yeah. Slept great for very many hours. For very many hours, to be sure. But yeah, we've still got some schedule disruption due to the same illness from before, which is no fun at all. Oh no, we were in the walls. No. I have to do problem solving right when I get back. No. No. Is there a button I need to push that isn't these three? Am I just dumb? Because that would make my life a lot more convenient. Game. What, you don't want to just like watch me as I despair at realizing that I'm in the halls of mist and don't have a way through this door? Do I have to reload the entire thing? Or am I just forgetting a thing? You know what? If I pick up this Will-O-Wisp part, that'll do it. That'll get the job done. Let's do it. Let's head over here. Jump up on top of this. This is supposed to activate when all three of these pillars are activated, right? I activated the last pillar and it didn't open the door. And I'm wondering if the reason for that is that I fucked something out. So I don't think this is gonna work. I think I need to. If I leave and come back, it doesn't reset the way it does in vanilla. And I don't think this is not gonna come back. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, so is this a vanilla bug that I've triggered due to my incredibly gigantic brain? Where's two save files right here? Shit. I think this is before. Hey, Malkuth. I think this is before I did the thing. Malkuth just has like a keywords like detector for when someone says bug in any of the Twitch streams. Yeah, unless it's so unfortunate that I am only half awake at the start of this stream in particular as I'm trying to figure out why isn't the movie's music so creepy? That's the problem. But yeah, there isn't a fourth switch or something, right? It's just these ones. Because the keys are consumed when you click the pillars. Like, it consumes the key when you use them. You can see that they've all been used. Right? Like, these little buttons go down when you use the key. Oops. So let's
this item's
oops. It's theoretically possible that one of these the issue with that is this, that it's yeah, so basically I used the central key, said, oh, whoops, I forgot to pick up the first key, went through here, went to the chest, picked up the key, brought the key back, used this key, and then went over here, died several times to a boss here, which required reloading, picked up that key, walked over here, deposited this key, and nothing happened. My assumption is that that the reloading between putting these two keys in and putting this key in broke the flag. The back door is supposed this door is supposed to open. When you do all three of them, this door is supposed to open. Which is required for doing the necromancer quest. Unless it's not the necromancer quest and it's the quest for what's his name. Let's figure out which one it is. It's Half-Guild Wynack. I think this is the quest that's actually the main plot. I guess we could just go to the Temple of Light and see what happens. The Halls of Mist has always been very buggy. I remember there being like a bug in vanilla where the lich jars just wouldn't spawn in the first place. Let's go grab food. But yeah, I feel like I might have run into a bug similar to this in vanilla because I am usually very paranoid about putting all three of the keys in at the same time, and I just didn't this time because I didn't want to do the inventory management involved. Okay, let's do some inventory management now. We're right here, so let's save this under, I don't know, I guess danger? You could just save it under danger. Okay, fine armor for sale. Yeah, it is funny running into a bug like this in Halls of Mist and have everyone go, huh? This thing's broken? Because I was like, oh, okay, I must have stumbled on one of the bugs that existed from vanilla that everyone knows about, and I'm just a dope for having stumbled on it. And then everyone's like, huh, how'd it break? Like, oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe this is not one of the classics. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look here.
Leave it. Leave it.
Like it's entirely possible that the only vanilla bug with it was the lich jars not showing up. I don't know though. I feel like I remember the door not opening at some point.
We don't need it. We don't need it. This item's weak. This item's weak. We don't need it.
Like in the way distant past.
We don't need it. This item's weak. This item's weak.
Just somewhere in the back of my head, but I'm probably wrong. I don't think I have a central.
I have been of service.
Player key somewhere, but I can check. Let's see. In theory, it would have been. Like, I was just looking for it there. It's not any of these. I haven't sorted, so it wouldn't be there either. Anyway. Wait, that... Let's see. What we're gonna do is we're gonna brute force it. Because is the issue maybe that you have to do the central pillar last and it doesn't consume the central pillar key, but it consumes the other keys? Yeah, all the switches are down. The... Let's see. I love me easy fixes. Yeah, this is why I'm paranoid about this kind of stuff, and just I let my guard down this one time, and immediately get punished.
Sure.
Okay.
Fine armor for sale.
So we can sell this.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Why do I feel like I've seen this?
Sure. Sure.
I wish I could remember. Because this is definitely something that
Sure.
I was on some level worried would happen.
I hope I,
I
have been of
just
service.
don't know why.
Can I help you find something?
Can I help you find something? Hey, have I got a deal for you, merchant?
We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it.
I got a deal for you. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I surely do. I don't think I ever figured out what was going on in vanilla with that thing either. Like the Great Face patch fixes the lich issue, the lich jar issue, but I think it was an inconsistent bug. I don't think that it always happened. I don't know that that was actually a thing that happened every time that you played the game. And I wonder what it was that was going wrong with the lich jars. Because I actually don't know.
Fine enchantments for a reasonable price.
Because at the time it was just like, oh, okay, there's this thing that can happen here. Load this thing. That probably makes sense. Good job keeping me honest. Because yes, Mox Fat Patch was prior to Greyface. That's a good point. Because Greyface is built off of Mox Patch, right? Modding communities are great. The community spirit of it all, like building on each other's work, is just really cool. Should be working. Okay. Is it posted on
We don't need it.
the thing now? Okay. I will
Return soon, my
I
friend.
will save the game right outside and walk over there. Okay, we're saving it under danger. Exiting out and going over to click this. Show in folder, cut you. Paste you. Extract to the thing. And we were under danger. Pop in here. Hey, look at you. That's open. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Malekith. Rutro Shaggy. Hey, at least it's not omnipotent. Though, you know, we still haven't found an omnipotent. It would be nice. It would be nice to find an omnipotent. An omnipotent Mega Dragon sounds like fun. That's great, Malcolm. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why the Halls of Mist is so cursed. Because it's so uniquely cursed, you know? Okay. What else are we gonna do? Okay, do we keep puttering here? Do we turn in the quest? Let's turn in this quest, which is the way that I'm supposed to be doing things. And then I think that this quest must be. I think this is the actual Lich promotion quest that I just did. It's going pretty well. The issue is that I didn't have enough skill points to train it up on Goose. but it basically gives me a couple extra shots before I die, which means that. Okay, so yes, it is Maximus is this person. So the left two characters are basically impervious to getting one shot. I did invest into regen on Goose though, so meditation is giving me about, at the moment, about 400 SP regen. So this character has 60 SP regen per second, whereas this character has 600 HP regen per second. So considering that 1 SP is worth, 1 SP is worth about 5 HP, I'm only regenerating about 300 effective SP, or effective HP per second. Which means that in terms of throughput, even ignoring the actual cost of casting the spells and shit, ignoring the cost of casting the spells that I have, my my regeneration is only about half as much as I'm getting out of God, what is this? Is this Master? Yeah, of a Master 29. So that's a vulnerability that build has. So it's not a vulnerability that matters at the moment, because Goose is one-shottable. So since Goose is one-shottable, it doesn't matter that everyone else is as tanky as they are. However, the reason that Goose is one-shottable is because Goose doesn't have Mana Shield built up yet. So we're going to basically get Mana Shield built up on Goose so that we have 75% of the initial hits coming out of mana instead. And that should allow Goose to actually just to chill. Junglefowl now has sufficient durability that they're doing fine. But if I'm going to... Did we establish... Let's see. So on you... Your vitality is 6k. I believe that is taking your actual HP into account, right? Is it not? I don't think it's taking your actual HP value into account. So so we have about only like 7 times that value in theory. I don't know that that's necessarily the case. The physical immunity hasn't come up yet. We haven't had, since we started switching to Mana Shield, we haven't dealt with anybody that does physical damage. We had some Ravens, but I mean it's not like they were getting in melee range anyway. So it's very useful, but it hasn't been useful since I invested into that, because I just haven't fought anything that was dealing physical damage. We were just dealing with wizards and elementals and whatever we were dealing with before that. Right, let's go to Might Magic 6 and finish clearing out dragons. We also need more. We have 5 levels worth of EXP, so we should probably invest that. Do I want... We're gonna go to Shadow Spire to pick up some levels because we have oh wait, maybe we need to go to Regna. Maybe not? Doesn't matter. We're gonna level up. And and then we have to deal with the
Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good.
But yeah, on this difficulty setting, it's expensive enough to pick up Mana Shield up to GM that you would probably only be able to do it in like the mid or late game anyway. I'm kind of curious if I invest a little bit for... Oh, I never picked up Leather Expert on you. I haven't actually upgraded this character's thinger yet. We're going to pump this to Master. Okay, let's do that immediately. We can get both of them to Mastery with that. We also haven't invested much into Enlightenment, which would help with some of our thinger issues. Okay, you have the ability to get Master Regen, and I have 78 Dragon ability. I should probably do that investment next, just to get that done. I believe you are pretty much solid, right? You can invest more into meditation, which would be useful. If I invest more into enlightenment, I'm curious how big of a difference that makes for you. Okay, you can't get up to expert in that. I don't think... This is only 7 plus 17. Why is this only plus 17? Oh shit! This isn't an artifact effect. This is a flat plus 5. Oh, where's my old cloak? Wait a sec. That's not the effect that I'm looking for. That's just a plus 5. No. Let's. Track down cloak. Okay, I was using this, I think. This is our character. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I'll think about what I need to invest in for you later. We need to get GM regen, which will be very funny. And we need to get Mana Shield invested up to 20. ASAP. I shouldn't have done regen up to mastery yet. I should have invested into Monoshield mastery first, but that's fine. We need to go to Dagger Wound. And there we go. But yeah, I do think that the vampire thinger is a good combo. Is there expert weather here? There sure do be. Okay, so we're getting expert leather with the two of them. We are getting master leather with the two of them as well. So let's swap back to Meyer. And then from Meyer, we can pop up to Whitecap, which is, I believe, where the Leather Master is. We can get the Mastery trained up for Leather, which has some effect, but not an enormous effect necessarily, for these characters.
Oh, Baron Anthony Stone, High Priest of Freehaven.
Okay. So we've got Master Leather now. So your durability is about quadruple times 5, so about 20 times what it's listed as here. So our listed durability is 10k, which means that our total durability, the total vitality, is about 200,000 with the actual effective HP. So that's a little bit more than the dragon. The effective HP here. Added Monoshield to the calculation. All right, I will save this, and then we will pick up the latest version, and the other thing. So the other character should be probably about similar, so they should also have about 20 times the value that they have there, I believe. And I don't remember what value they had. Did they have like 6k or something? So I think that character is actually less tanky than Cassowary. So I think that Cassowary has slightly more effective HP than Mina. Let's see. So, I stand corrected. Oh, right, yeah, because the math wouldn't be quite... Because this is a little higher than 5, right? It's 5.1. I think I missed something else in the calculation as well. I was rounding down too many times. But, that's a decent bit of HP right there. We have 260k for you. Not too shabby. And if I wanted to, I could invest in other things. I'm wondering if I want to just invest in dark magic, because any investment into dark magic is worth twice as much at the moment. or if I want to get my regen up higher. I feel like the source of regen that I want is leech and HP on kill and things like that. I feel like that's the source that I want to have for Raven. Though we do still need mono regen anyway, because I'm just throwing spells out willy-nilly, so they're not, the character isn't necessarily hitting anything when they're attacking. So that is something to bear in mind, I suppose. We'll just have to see. Okay, so next on our agenda is going to New Sorpigal. And let's see here. You have 47k, you have 129k. And you don't have a boatload of HP regen. You can't get a bunch of HP regen. So you're a character that actually needs to be healed through things. You need to actually... It takes resources to keep them alive. I think a troll vampire is definitely going to need to be a component of a melee run that I would do.
No room.
Because that's a very good source of sustain for my party. Okay, let's take a look at all these. Yes, we didn't sell those things yet. Let's take this stuff. Don't need you. I honestly just don't need you. I don't think. It does have very, very high int, so it's tempting to replace the value there and then just have like a super ultra high value item, but I think I'm just sitting on a bunch of legendaries now and I don't really need it. But it's not going to consume that much inventory space, so... How much do we have in terms of crafting materials? This is an item that's tempting to work with now that I've actually swapped my build to care about durability in the slightest. Because yeah, we haven't changed up anything in terms of giving ourselves more effective durability. So Cassowary is fairly vulnerable and doesn't have enough item slots to give themselves like resist items and stuff like that, realistically. So in terms of durability, I feel like durability will fall off for them eventually. But they do get the ability to get GM bodybuilding. So GM bodybuilding might make up for that. They get master... Yeah, with master regen, GM bodybuilding, they can probably... I think they can probably keep up fairly well, would be my guess. I think that they can probably keep up pretty well. All right, let's go beat up some things over here. I have been surprised that we still haven't reached the point where cassowary has fallen off.
But then it's going to be bad.
It will probably happen, but it might not happen in the scope of this run. Well, you know, mistakes were made. We are so much tankier now, actually. We're actually so much tankier. Okay. Let's invis. And remember that the initial enemies are on the right side, right here. There we go. Okay. Okay, those are toast. I think we should pick up blaster skill from this. We have 22 food. Flame Blast is still one-shotting. Okay, Defender Varn goes down. Oh. Alright, well. Oh, jeez. Okay. Easy peasy. We are in the green. Okay, we've got the dungeon 6% cleared. We are golden. Fully golden. We can now invis before we go into every fight if we want. And unfortunately for me... Ooh. I should have jumped. But... Okay, we're at 9%. Got a key. What was that? Was that the door closing behind me? Alright. We're gonna just drop into this window, I think. Actually, no, we don't need to drop in. I think we can just take a pot shot.
Easy slave.
Okay, we didn't quite kill them all there. Oh, there's more up here. I forgot you were up here. Okay. So we're just gonna walk over here, get into the green again, save the game. We're not gonna save the game. We're just gonna drop into this window. Toast.
No room.
And they are here. Okay, rude. Very rude. Okay. This is not necessarily the optimal way to approach here.
We've done it.
It's probably not bad, though. I should probably swap... nah. It's fine. Soul Drinker's a decent choice for this, I think. Okay, that's a leecher. Fuck. Okay. Well, if you're going to be kind and generous, I don't have to worry about you. Okay, leech is down.
No room. We've done it.
We need to switch you back to a spell that isn't going to kill me. Okay. Easy. Okay, we have another boss there. Okay, we're gonna heal. So regenerating Ifrit. Fuck. Not a huge fan of that, but that's okay. We're gonna go save the game because we've already cleared out a fifth of the zone apparently. So we should probably get our second save in. And I didn't realize that I had the key to this already. Okay, easy peasy. We hit a switch that does something. And we got another copy of Lloyd's Beacon. Got a key.
There is no room. There isn't any room. Too much.
Oh, I thought I had way more inventory space than that. That's concerning. Give me a second. I need to turn off the AC. It's too cold in here. It's too chilly. He's so chilly in here. Imagine that. Okay. So, we've taken some pot shots into the regenerator. Whoa! We've taken some pot shots into the regenerator. We are in the green. And I thought that this involved a teleporter. Oh! Well, shit. Okay. Okay. Going this way? Actually, don't know. I am chilly. Okay, we are going this way. So there's a very decent chance that I'm going to die here. It's not a great setup for me. And we can't just invis our way up. Looks like we're probably fine. Entrance to the central pyramid lies to the south. Unfortunately, these are arranged in a nice little line. That's... Oop, I didn't notice that was a boss. Fuck. Okay, we have to reload. Oh, you know what? I could have probably just jumped on top of that thing. I'm gonna do this immediately. Gotcha. Gotcha. So, there's 2 warnings. What did you just take damage from? Randomly just fell unconscious? Sure. Okay. This is kind of a silly way to handle this. I shouldn't have bothered coming this direction. I should have just done this the other way. We've only got a couple of them pulled. I don't know. Never mind, we've got them all pulled now. And I wasn't paying nearly enough attention, apparently. Are there more coming from behind me or something? Or did I just, like, fully flake out? I think I fully flaked out. Don't worry about it. Alright, we're gonna open this. We're not going to take the teleportation angle.
I have too much.
We have a bunch of loot on you. Okay, we have this switch here.
There isn't any room.
We're already on our last inventory, which is fine. Everything is fine. I guess I should probably open this. Okay, we have the ability to save now. I think I'm going to do that. We didn't make a ton of progress here, but I do think I want to save before I fight this thing. We still have quite a lot of resources, and what we should have done was killed the regenerator first, because that's more of a difficult and time-consuming fight. Rather than killing the thing that we killed. That's fine. Chips. So that's negative 31,000. So yeah, that would not one-shot the dedicated spellcasters. They would be fine from a single hit. I didn't pick up... No, I don't need that. Okay, we are going to use this hallway. This is the kind of hallway that I need for this. Okay. Well, we could have actually prevented ourselves from dying there. I feel so bad for Goose. I should probably move preservation off of Goose. Given how squishy Goose is. But if I do that, I'm going to have to rework what I've got going on in terms of my buff chain. Because I'm not getting one shot on Junglefowl, but if I add preservation to the list, they're gonna get trivially one shot, because that'll add a huge percentage of the finger. So, not optimal. I'm really struggling with this regen guy. That was very funny. What is... Did I catch you? Sorry, there's a hair that's like sitting on my mouse or something. There we go. Oh, okay, it was like caught in my phone, so it wasn't like being it wasn't being removed properly because it was stuck in my phone. Where are you? Why are you walking away? Damn it. I'm really struggling with this regen. This random regenerator with its fireball spell that insta-gives Goose is causing problems for me. Okay, we're gonna actually pop over here.
We've done it.
Damn it. Yeah, it doesn't have an animation for casting its spell. Which is that a Might and Magic 8 thing? Is the lack of animation, like, not lack of animation, but the animation going before the spell finishes, or sorry, the spell finishing before the animation completes, is that a Might and Magic 8 thing? Because like I don't remember that being an issue that I've had to deal with in like 6. Where like you have these desynced, irregular scheduling of attacks. Because it feels to me like the spells are broadly just completely desynced from the normal attacks, both in terms of animation and in terms of recovery time. And I'm trying to figure out why that isn't something that feels natural to me. If it is like just like a normal component of the game. Because like I remember these being threatening, but not this threatening. The fact that a fireball can come out at literally any given moment is such a huge deal.
Ready.
So I should probably cast Mist Form just for shits and giggles. Alright, we're just gonna do this. It is moving. So eventually it's gonna kill me. It immediately backtracks, which makes my life harder. Right, because of the slope, I can't actually dodge the attack. You're very, very low. Okay, that's toast. So that regenerator is a massive issue. I'm tempted to save just for killing that. For being honest. I'm gonna invis, I'm not going to save for just that enemy though. Yes, I will. We're gonna save right in this corner. It's crazy for me to continue without saving after having taken that many attempts to kill that damn thing. These gen are way too strong to. Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay. We're up to 28%.
No room. There isn't any room. No room. No room.
It's a lot of high-level spells. Those
There
both.
isn't any room.
Okay, there we go. Do I have the key for this? I don't think so. Oh, I have the flame door key already? Wait, I can just walk through the flame door now? Huh. I didn't realize that I got access to that this early. That's kind of funny, actually. Okay. I should invis. We should clear the rest of this room, and then once we've cleared the rest of this room, we can.
There isn't any room. No, there isn't any room.
Continue on.
No room. We've done it.
Let's see.
No room. Can't learn that. Well, it's good to have. I might be able to use it.
Incinerate.
I can't learn that.
Beacon implosion. Okay. Let's toast. Gonna invis. Then we will. Boss. Okay, the summoner's down. Fuck me. God. That's so rough. Oh man, that's rough. Ugh. I can't believe we killed that and then died to the rando.
Who wants some?
Okay. Oh, I have to go pretty far away because of the fact that the library is still a little full. Okay.
We've done it.
Okay, that one's toast. Okay. Okay. Single target.
We've done it. We've done it.
Okay. Okay, 30%. I definitely deserve to die there. We might still do it. Still gonna need to die. Okay, we're in the green. We've got 32% cleared.
I have too much. No room. No room.
We're gonna check the rest
No room. I
of
have too much.
the
No
library.
room. I have too much. No room.
Currently in the green. Thirty. Okay, so some of these we can use and others we can't.
Well, I can't learn that. I might be able to. Well, I can't learn that. I might be able to. I can't learn that.
Now. %. We should probably save. Actually, we could just invis. We don't need to save yet.
There isn't any room. There isn't any room. No room. There isn't any
I
room.
basically just want to confirm.
No room. No. There isn't any room. No.
We have an angle here.
Can't carry it.
Okay, we do have a group of enemies there. That's the wrong. Okay, take those 4 pot shots. Invis.
No room. No, can't carry it.
I'm not going to worry about that book. But yes, we are going to save. So now we've got 32% done, which is about half of what we need, and we've gone through about half of our resources. We started with 22 and we now have 12. So we should be on track. We're gonna go over here. Are you outside? Where the hell are you? Where are you and why are you aggroed? Okay. Okay. Invis. Let's try to get ourselves up to clearing this room, I guess. That was very silly.
We've done it.
This is so much messier than it has to be. Okay, that group is toast. We can invis. And
We've done it.
that group, I think, is toast. Invis again. We're at 40%. Okay, we aggroed one from the other side as well. Oh, we aggroed some from in that room as well.
Yes, we've done it.
Okay, we're at 41.2%. We can walk over here.
Easy slaying.
Okay. Not gonna just wait for them to come to me. Oh, that one came out nice. Shit. Okay. 42.4%. Okay, get the fuck out. I hope that I don't have a boss here. Okay. So that's another set down. Just gonna get to the invis position. And once we get to 65%, we can just leave. So we're getting pretty close, actually.
We've done it.
Okay. So we can now go to the very end of this hallway. And take a look. We're going to stop looting for a little bit. Okay, so we've got a room here. This room is not immediately full of enemies. Okay, let's go save. And yes, we will save. We're not just going to invis. We're going to actually save here. Let's see. And if we can get to the room with the gigantic pile of gin in it, that room should get me clearance. So I guess I'll go there next. Because I believe that's just through this door. That's rough.
Down.
Is there a door? Okay, we're in the green. So that's perfect. There is a door. It's locked. I don't have the key to it. So I guess we're coming from the other direction. Should have killed my brother. Okay, we should, in theory, be able to trap it in a cycle of moving away from me and moving toward me. Okay, that one's toast.
I have too much. No. There isn't any room. No
There isn't
room.
any room.
I have too much.
Silly me the first time, and it was silly me the second time. Okay. Okay.
No room.
Down.
Shit. Okay.
There isn't any room. No room. There isn't any room. No. There isn't any room. I have too much. There isn't any room. I have too much.
Okay, so we have a little bit left to go. We might as well save here. As long as we can get like a couple of % each time, we should be fully golden. I was on double speed and wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know how I survived that. Whoop. I pressed F2 instead of 2. I think that's the first time I've made that mistake. This entire time I've been playing this game. It's fine. Okay, we're in the green.
There isn't any room. No room. It is down.
Okay, that one's toast. We've started working on those now. Anybody back here? Yes.
It's down.
No room.
We're gonna invis. I guess I should probably just save. Let's just save the game. Alright, we have 9% left to go. So we need to get at least 3% per save. I think what I'm going to do is open this. Jump across here. Go, oh geez, this is a huge pack. Completely whiff, because we're cool like that. And this room should, wow. I'm very talented. This room should get the job done. Okay, I'm probably gonna die here. I haven't died yet. Enemies in these corners. So it looks like they are just gonna rotate to me from that other room. Which means that we can just kill them all. Like this. Okay, there's one right there. Okay, the others are still coming. That's concerning. I'm dead. I should have gone to this room. I can't do any damage with Cassowary right now, so. Okay. We haven't died yet. Okay.
No room. No room.
Okay, we've picked up quite a few items in this room. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Can't carry.
We can definitely do this.
There isn't any room.
Yes, I have it processing now. So thanks for the heads up.
I have too much. There isn't
I don't know
any
how I
room.
missed
have too
it.
much.
Every time I
No room.
upload, I check to make sure that I've uploaded the previous like couple of episodes, and somehow I missed Darkmoor Depths. That I like multiple times now, I think. But yeah, it's currently in the process of whatchamacallit, of processing. It'll be done by this afternoon, and I can just unprivate it. I'll schedule it probably for sometime this afternoon.
No room. I have too much. No room.
No room.
Yeah, it's good that people have been telling me, because I
No room.
I make the attempt to make sure that I'm getting all the episodes uploaded appropriately. But unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have like
There isn't any room.
a sort of like automated system for it,
No room.
and I'm relying on my very addled brain to remember anything with consistency. Okay, we're at 66.7.
No room.
Why am I continuing?
No room.
By this afternoon, I mean within the next 5 hours. I'm an American, but I live in Singapore.
There isn't any room.
So
Too much room. I have too much.
it doesn't take that long generally for things to finish like processing. Usually, the way that I handle it is I just set it for midnight of the night that I'm doing it, and when I have a backlog, which is often, I'll just offset them by 1 hour each after that point. But that's interesting. But this one I will post and actually manually set the date to be today, because usually the default setting is midnight of the next day, right? So it's like, okay, so once we turn over to the next day is the just YouTube's default setting for when to post things if you do scheduling. And usually I just only adjust the thinger. Yeah, I just woke up at I woke up late today, right? I woke up at like 9:25 or something like that, and I'm supposed to start stream at 9, so okay. Yeah, I used to stream like 9 to 3, but I've found that I'm much more consistent if I stream just like a couple hours less and just do 9 to 1. And the timing, I think, is fairly convenient. For everyone involved, except the Europeans. Except the Europeans. But it basically is like, okay, I'm not ending at a completely unreasonable time for most people in the Americas. And I'm, it's a completely ludicrous, time to be streaming for the Europeans. And for me, it's like, okay, this is the perfect timing to stream to, have the least impact on, my own life, because I'm doing it when I am when basically everyone else is working, right? So I'm basically keeping office hours. I'm keeping bank hours is what I'm doing. Okay, it's Monday to Friday, 9 to 1. Take it or
Don't touch the merchandise.
Which seems to be working.
Jump.
The periods where I
We don't need it.
struggle to maintain the schedule are substantially less common. than they were when I was streaming even just like a couple more hours a day.
Leave it. Worthless. Leave it. Leave it.
Which makes sense. I'm something of a
Leave
hermit.
it.
So
This item's weak. This
I'm not the most sociable person on earth, which might come as a surprise as a live streamer.
We don't need it. We don't need it. This item's weak.
well chosen
This item's weak. We don't
thing
need
to do every day. Which is actually true because of the fact that it means that I'm doing some socialization.
Junk. Junk.
But I always am sort of able to just dip from the socialization at will because I'm my own boss.
Looking for a weapon?
I'm my own boss. I can just stream when I want to. Okay, we can pick up some more stuff in the tomb. But it is funny because I have a decent number of like viewers that are like international. The one thing that's very funny is that I have like nobody watches me from my own country. No Singaporeans are not watching me. They don't give a shit about what I'm into. Okay, so like there's this funny thing where it's like, okay, well, everybody that is watching my stream is in foreign parts somewhere, and a decent portion of them are in Europe, and a decent portion of them are in the Americas. And it's kind of like a pretty massive, like, what's the word? Oh, it's a pretty massive range of locations. The Europeans tend to be insomniacs, to be clear. Though when I was streaming later, there were a few people who would watch me like in the morning before leave. Like people who just had really early jobs. Yeah, I do a lot of different things in theory. I've been doing a lot of Ma lately because it takes so long to get like a full merge run done. But for a long time there, I would play like a Might and Magic game once a year, and that hasn't changed that much with Ma. I'm still finishing a game once a year. But it just takes so much longer to get through the entirety of the merge mod that instead of it being like, okay, like a few weeks out of my year are taken up by this one project, it's like, okay, well, a huge portion of my time is being spent on this one project. But it's mostly still just like, okay, well, I'm doing this,
Leave it.
one run per year.
I can't learn that. Worthless. Junk.
Don't touch
I always end up coming back to it because it's just such a nice, comfy, cozy series to play. I'm probably going to end up streaming Silksong because it's
Come back soon.
Looking for a weapon?
Because I'm not going to be... I mean, I could keep the Metroidvanias to myself if I wanted. But...
Come again.
But that would mean that I couldn't just
We
play
don't
it
need
as much as I wanted. Well, actually, it would mean that I could play it more. Because I'd have more hours in the day that are available to do it rather than tying it to my stream schedule. But I'll probably be streaming Silk Song when it comes out. I'll be... there's actually a lot of stuff that's coming out this year that I'm probably going to be streaming. Oh, right, I didn't actually grab food. Let's do that. And... yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes.
Hi. Good, huh?
We'll see how it all goes. Yeah, this is... I might end up starting up a melee run, but if I start up a melee run, I'm probably going to be doing it alongside doing other things. Okay, we've taken radiation damage. We need to heal you. We don't have enough spell points. Okay, we're just going to die to the radiation. Man, the radiation's going to be so much worse now. Oh, man. And there's no consistent way to deal with it. The crystal things are like a random chance to absorb it. They're not like... they're not going to be consistent. So that area is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Okay. So how do we... I guess we just drop down here. That's probably the easiest way to handle it. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? The answer is you came from that big room and you swapped out of it. And you're back because I've now re-entered the deck. Which put you in your default location. Which game? Silksong?
No room.
Silksong is going to be the sequel to Hollow Knight. So it's a game that's in the same genre as like I think all the current Castlevanias they're all Metroidvanias at this point, but it's basically like 2D platformer where there's like you'll unlock new abilities that allow you to navigate the map in different ways, in like new ways, which you can then so basically you'll be doing a bunch of backtracking to new areas, but you'll interact with those old areas in new ways because of the thing, which will generally give you access to entirely new areas that you didn't have access to before and stuff like that. It's a great genre. One of the cool things is that it's a very versatile genre. There's a game called, I think, Monster Sanctuary that was basically a creature collector like Pokemon, but each of the critters that you can get also has like abilities like HMs, right? but which are navigation tools that you'll use on the map to like float or double jump or to interact with the environment in a new way, beyond like the one and done, you click a button to get through, you hit cut to get through this bush, right? Though I guess that strength has like more fundamental, like strength unlocks like box puzzles. So like Pokemon has a bit of that, but not like, it's not like a ton. And obviously when you're dealing with a platformer, it's just a more interesting way to interact with the old stuff rather than feeling like it's just like, okay, well, I have the key item that I need to do this now. The other cool thing about the genre is that a lot of the time in Metroidvanias, you'll have areas where you maybe think you need an ability that you don't have to get into them. And you can get into it using an ability that you don't have, right? Like you might think you need double jump, for instance, to get into an area, but you actually don't need double jump because there's a mechanic that allows you to do it without a double jump, which is very fun because like some of that is intended and sometimes it's not really intended, right? And so you'll have like, we're turning the AC on. You just end up with really cool like ways of navigating your environment because of the fact that it's built fundamentally on like the physics of whatever systems they've created, rather than again just like being a key item that you're looking for. It just lets you do like, okay, once you've played through the game and have some more knowledge of how things work, you can do certain things. Or if you just explored with a certain mechanic really early, you can get to places. So like there's anyway, there's just a lot of cool stuff that you can do with that genre. And there's a lot of games in the Metroidvania genre that are coming out that I think will be very fun to stream. Silk Song's going to be a lot of like, it's going to be very Dark Souls, where I'm mostly just, practicing and dying over and over again. The sequel to Monster Sanctuary, or I guess it's not a sequel, it's just like at least I don't think it is. It's like a game in this same genre from the same developer, but I don't know that it's narratively tied to it.
No, there isn't any room.
But that looks like it's going to be interesting, and that one will have more party building and like the mathy stuff that people typically expect from my streams, rather than just being, me doing. Rather than me trying to just get good, we will be actually
No room.
letting our characters get good. But I was very impressed with the previous one. I really enjoyed it. They did a lot of cool things with status effects that I think are fairly uncommon. And so I'm excited to to play with it more. See what they do next. So we have... We're probably going to be able to finish... the thing. We're probably going to be able to finish the entire dungeon here without needing to leave to go to a different continent. That would be my presumption. Okay, we need to go upstairs again. Currently in the green. I'm glad that we cleared out that little pack down there, because that was probably going to be a huge pain in the ass for us later. Is there anybody over here that I need to... I'm going to be coming around a corner into a fairly large room. It would be nice to be able to just do things slow and steady. Okay, that might... Okay, we didn't pull anything else. I wonder, maybe we go south here. Maybe not. Is that... I must have I probably went that way already, right? Is this going to lead me to... Yes, this is going to lead me back to where I don't need to be. That just drops me down toward the first level. So we are just going to invis and keep going. Okay. So those are toast. I forgot we had another doorway here. Okay, this is nothing much. I need to figure out what other games to play. I'm probably almost done with the horse game. Horse game is the new name. I'm probably mostly done with it for now. I was expecting there to be more of a mid and end game. What I'm doing right now is basically just like I'm going through each of the careers one by one, and I have finished the majority of the ones that are out. At least I've finished like 16 of the careers, and it's funny because the first few careers that I did were the least red flaggy of the careers. And then, like, the ones that I've done since have been like, oh, okay. We maybe don't need to give you the benefit of the doubt anymore. But the horse mechanics are fun. The anime of it all is incredibly sus, and like there's a lot of like weird romance subplots between your protagonist, who is again explicitly an adult, and the horse girls, who are often but not always explicitly children, sometimes pretty young children. And it's like, man, why do anime gotta be like this? We need to get more nerdy math shit being made by people that aren't Japan. Just by any country other than Japan, let's get some nerdy math shit going so that I don't have to deal with it anymore. I do not appreciate it. But, let's see, whoops, this is the wrong way. Right, I need to, it's midway through here. But it's interesting because it's a gacha game, but it's a very, like, it feels like a weirdly minor gacha game. Like, I don't, like, the PvP is so incomprehensible that I don't know how anybody could be motivated by desire to succeed in PvP. Like, it's just an incomprehensible PvP system. So it's like, okay, well, I don't see why someone would be encouraged to whale to do this. And the campaigns are easy enough to do that, like, I just don't see why you would be, like, why you would need to invest resources into succeeding at the campaign. So it's kind of a baffling game, if we're being honest, in a lot of different ways. But I do wish it were less sus. Well, the thing that's interesting about it is that it's like, it's the systems behind it are basically, like, not explained at all, and you just kind of are getting points or whatever. So, like, but like, it's not super, there's nothing in game that really is telling you how you get points in the first place. So it's just it's a truly baffling PvP experience, because it doesn't follow any of the rules that the single player stuff follows, and is instead built on this just completely different system that's kind of like, it matters whether you win or lose the race, but that's not the only thing that matters. It also, like, there's like a whole point system attached to it. So, like, the meta is tied into just, like, spamming skills without really considering whether you are going to win races or not. Because if you have enough skills, apparently it just doesn't matter. Like, win or lose matters less than what, like, the, like, skill spam that you're doing or something like that. I don't know the details. I've done enough looking into it to know that it's kind of batshit, but not looked into it enough to know, like, the specific details of, like, how the meta is playing out or how it will likely play out in the future, this, that, or the other thing. But, yeah. It's pretty funny. I think that most likely my guess is that people are going to lose interest in the horse game fairly rapidly. That's my presumption. I could easily be wrong, but like I don't know that it's going to have like the staying power on the internet to hook people for that long, just because, again, like, it's, you know, I've finished basically the bulk of what I can do that is like an actual coherent thing to do. And my understanding is that they're not really going to be releasing much in the way of new content for the next 6 months. There's like an idea of like what the whatchamacallit, the release schedule is like, because it's going to be like, my understanding is like an accelerated version of what they already did. Like it's like an accelerated version of the same schedule that they already did in Japan. So, like, no, it's not that hard to get some idea of what's coming out and to a degree when. But yeah, so the one character that I was like, oh, okay, this plot line would be very reasonable if it was like an adult explicitly that you're dealing with, and it's like, because of the way that the game is set up, it's like ambiguous that I guess this character could hypothetically be an adult. I played through their thing again, and I realized that I didn't actually finish the plot the last time. And, you know, it gets really weird, actually, when you get later into it. It gets weird, not for the same reason that the others do, because of like this like child-coded stuff, but because it's like, oh wow, this is like, this becomes like fully like almost like horror fetish content later on, where it's like, wait, what the hell is happening? This is like some sort of like almost like anti-yandere that ends up happening, because like the characters, like, you know, oh, these two characters are like affectionate and taking care of each other, and that's like their whole like deal, is that they're like emotionally caretaking for each other and you know, wholesome, right? And then as you get toward the end, it's like, oh, this is like, not as you get in the ending, there's this weird like, again, like, it's like some sort of weird like, how would I even describe it? It's like some sort of mommy fetish or something like that. It's very confusing. Like, I don't have a word to describe the like the thing, other than to be like, okay, imagine if yandere, but it's not someone who wants to kill everybody. It's someone who's just like ultra weirdly like, I don't know, man. It just feels like weird fetish stuff. It's like, okay, so even like the normal one, right, where it's like, okay, well, if we assume that this character that is kind of like visually represented in a way that implies that they're an adult, like they look more like an adult than they look like a kid, and if we assume that they actually are an adult, this seems like a fairly normal and wholesome thing, turns into this incredible like horror fetish. Again, like, I do mean horror, because it's like, it's not it's not a normal amount of caretaking, okay? It's like, oh, okay, you know, this is being caretaken by an eldritch horror, not being caretaken by, like, a normal-ass human, you know? Like, it's just weird. And so, anyway, it's just kind of funny, where it's like, oh, okay, so even the stuff that I thought was normal, it turns out I thought was normal because I didn't finish the narrative, and then it just gets really fucking weird. But I need to win the horse races is the thing, though. The horses need to be to race, and I need to max out their stats. My guess is that once I finish up like 1 or 2 more campaigns, I'm probably just gonna be fully done, because I'm not necessarily gonna have any like reason to want. Well, that's the thing, is that it's like they did like max out this weird like it's like they took the caretaking slider up to a point where it's like a fetish. And I know it's a fetish. I know this is someone's fetish, right? I know that that's what's going on here. I know that that's why they're doing it, right? Because it gets to the point where it's like, okay, this isn't normal. This is like some creepy. This is some anime trope that I'm not familiar with, right? This is some, you know, this is definitely something that is like, this is the kind of thing that's not in Naruto. This is the kind of thing that's in those other types of animes that I keep hearing about. But have obviously, of course, never seen. But in this case, no, I have not seen this. I have not seen this fetish before. It's a whole thing. But the some stats are in fact better off left unmaxed. Other thing that's funny is this eldritch horror that I like created is also pretty unambiguously like one of the most overpowered horses that I have so far finished a career for. Not as like a character, but like the specific variant of them that I created was like my most successful career so far. So she's got like 900 speed or something like that, and has like fairly gargantuan stats everywhere else. I was very excited to have her be the one that gets me my 2-star stamina trait. Because her stats were high enough that she could give me 2-star in anything. And she ended up giving me like 1-star in guts or something like that. So I'm not going to be using her as like breeding material. What is it? It's like inspiration or something. Look, the game doesn't have breeding, okay? But it does have breeding. It has genetics, but the genetics is a combination of inspirations, not a combination of genes. Because, of course. I don't know where that key's supposed to be, actually. This is kind of funny. I'm in the green? These are so high up that I can't even... Oh my god, look how high you are! This is so high up that if I was standing directly below it, I think I'm not in range for it to attack me. Okay, we're going to TP out of here and just come back because we have a beacon. Did we put the beacon there? No. Well, shit. I should have moved my beacon, but that's fine. Let's put my beacon in front of the other door. But yeah, I kind of wish the game was more of a horror game. If it was more of a horror game, then I would like, then I would enjoy it more. Because it's like I don't think the developers did that because horror. I think they did it because fetish, and also because it's the only one that has like that style of like horror element to it for me. I think it would be weird for like the most like, you know, the two characters that are compassionate, right? Which is to say the MC when interacting with that, you know, particular career, and the horse herself to be like horror and nobody else is. That reads weird to me in the first place. But we're approaching the end of the line. Let's see. And I don't know where I'm gonna go from there. I guess I should probably continue on with the Necromancer thing, because I was doing the Necromancer Chronicle game and enjoying it. But then I decided to re-roll, and then immediately after deciding to re-roll, I started up a new game. And so I haven't touched it since I started up the horse game. Because the Necromancer game is very narratively focused, like, and I need to be very like intellectually available to interact with what I'm, you know, with what I'm doing there, right? Like that's something where I need to be paying attention to all of the dialogue and all of this stuff, even though I'm going through it like for a second time. I need to like invest. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing with my off time. Once I finish getting bored of the horse game. We're about 80% of the way there.
Who wants some?
Which is too bad. I really wish that there was a more because like the genre of game is really something that interests me. I just wish that it was more. I wish that it had more of like a mid and a late game than it does. It just kind of feels like it feels like it just kind of peters out in terms of like the content for it. It's just like, okay, well, you have the campaign, and then once you finish the campaign, you don't have anything to do. But the campaign is something that you're going to finish pretty early. Like, it doesn't require that you, like, get it doesn't require that you engage meaningfully with like the not breeding mechanics, the inspiration mechanics, or the support card system in order to complete the campaign. So, and in fact, you're not really able to interact with the support card system that deeply because of the way the gacha system is set up. Makes it so that like it's got a really weird the gacha system is very strange, where you don't get that many resources to do pulls and stuff, and there isn't like a general pool that you're pulling from. You're pulling from like very specific pools. So like, as far as I can tell, like I don't know that I can get one of the like meta support cards in my deck at all, unless it like gets re-released later. So it's like this very, very strange thing where it's like, and by that I don't mean like, oh, I don't know that I can get it efficiently. I mean like, I don't know that there's an actual mechanism to pull the higher tier cards unless there's an active event for that card. So there's like a weird like FOMO element to it that I'm not used to seeing in these kinds of games, because like I've played like AFK Arena and AFK Jerk, right? And that's like 80% of my experience with this genre. But like the idea of, oh, you don't have like this is the normal pool to just pull characters out of. You only have the like specific pool that has these two characters in it that you're trying to pull out of it. It's very unusual. I don't get it. It's not the way that I've gotten used to. But there isn't a standard banner. That's what I'm saying. There's no standard banner. Right? Like, there's no standard banner that has, like, all of the characters that already are there, and then, like, the new character that comes out has a banner for them, where if you get a rare, you get this specific rare. It's like... There's no generic banner. There's only the special banner for these specific characters. That's what I'm saying. It's, like, weird. I think banner is the term that they use in the genre to describe the thing where you're getting like the thing you invest the premium currency into to get the thing, right? I guess maybe the paid banner is generic. That would be funny. But I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know that they have a paid generic banner. Maybe they do have a paid generic banner. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. It might be that you just have to get... Because I did manage to just randomly obtain a resource that allowed me to pull just a random character at one point. Like, I did get a thing that let me pull a random character, and I think that a new banner showed up for that thing, like when I got that resource.
Good, huh?
So maybe anyway, it's just weird. It's weird. The way the gacha system itself is set up is very unusual to me. Like, I I don't get it. Because I don't get... What is the PvP system is incoherent enough that I can't imagine that a super large number of people are that invested in getting to the top of it. And basically every system in the game that isn't necessary in order to complete the other stuff, so I don't know. See. Yeah, the standard banner is what I'm talking about. Like that thing where it's like, okay. But wait, so like, does it not have... So when a character is of the... So in Genshin, is it that when a character is first released, they don't have a separate banner for them? And then they get brought into the pool of 5-star characters for the normal pools after, like, once they're released? Is that not how that... Is that not the industry standard? Is the industry standard to have them like, the vast majority of characters be only on very limited life cycles where you can only get them during a very specific time period? So, like, in Genshin, presumably there's 150 characters that currently exist, right? There's only 7 characters in Genshin Impact?
No room. I have too much. No room.
That's crazy to me. Like, the idea... Because, like, gacha games are already pretty, like... So my understanding of gacha games comes from, again, the AFK series, right? And I got the impression that AFK Arena was, like, less, like, explicitly, like, evil than, you know, than is, like, standard for the genre. Like, that was the impression that I got. And I'm getting the impression now that it's like, oh yeah, by a lot, actually. Because, like, having it so that you can only... Because, like, each time you have another character that gets added, if you're cycling through 40 to 50 characters on, like, what? Like, a cycle of, like, what, one a month or something like that? It's going to take you, like, 3 years for the character that you missed yesterday to come back so that you can get them again? Like... That's real rude. That is real rude. That's wild. Okay, I'm probably gonna die before I get to where I'm going. Because I already thought that AFK Arena was, like, ruthlessly, aggressively exploitative. So, like, adding that degree of FOMO to it... Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's real rough. I'm glad I never got into that game. Yeesh. Though I probably just wouldn't, right? Like the thing about the FOMO stuff for me is it's like, okay, well, I've like fully missed the like meta cards in the game that I'm playing. So since I've already missed some of the meta cards, there's not really anything I can do to like to develop my account other than to just wait. This radiation damage is way too out of... Look at how much damage this radiation just did to me. How am I supposed to clear this dungeon? A single tick of radiation just hit me for like 16,000 HP or something like that. I think I was at like 3,000. I mean, that reduces the amount of, like... That reduces the amount of, like... I don't even know that it reduces the amount of... And that basically just makes it so that you're... When you're, like... When you're like developing your account, it just feels kind of dull, because like one of the elements of needing multiple of the same character is there's like actual investment in the characters using that particular resource, right? It's not just like a it's not like just a binary, right? Do I have any other... I should have at least 2 of these. Yeah. Anyway, it's interesting. Yeah, I kind of feel like the horse game is similar in the sense of, like, there is a PvP mechanic, but, like, who gives a shit about the PvP mechanic, right? And maybe that's why the dynamic is the way that it is. So the thing with AFK Arena, the way that it works is that fundamentally, you can always progress by just waiting, right? Your account is always going to continue to advance and develop if you just wait, right? Your characters will get more powerful by just waiting. So, thus the AFK element of AFK Arena, right? And so basically what you're doing with your characters is... with like developing your account is determining how far you can progress before you have to wait, right? It's like, okay, how much more powerful than my characters on paper can I get the enemies to be? Okay, that's a regenerator. Before I have to stop, right? So that's like the fundamentals to that dynamic, and I'm not sure how Genshin's progression systems work. But I would assume there has to be some sort of progression system that scales infinitely to the point where you can't progress anymore, because otherwise you just finish the game, right? So, yeah, I feel like the selling point in the horse game is like the selling point of like why you would get more characters is mostly just for the sake of getting more characters from which to choose your waifu or whatever. I don't know. I just find it very hard to imagine that people are meaningfully engaged by the PvP system, just because, again, like there's not like a but I don't know. I guess maybe that's just a bias on my part, because I want the PvP system to be interesting. Like in AFK Arena, the combat is complex, and the builds that you create, like the character interactions with each other and stuff like that on a party, is interesting, right? There's interesting stuff to do with the combat, but that doesn't necessarily. That's not necessarily required for people, you know? Like, most people who play video games just want number go up. But like with the PvE in AFK Arena, from a purely PvE perspective, I, on a fundamental level, understood why I would want to like unlock new characters and do this, that, and the other thing. Like the incentive structure for unlocking new content was very comprehensible. And for the horse game, I'm just like, okay, well, is it just getting new outfits for your horse girls? Is that like the entire reason for like getting a character from like low tier to high tier? Is it just because like it gives you better stats, but do people not need or care about the higher stats? And it's the reason that they're getting their horse girl advanced is because she wears a different outfit. I guess that might unironically just be the actual motivational structure of the game. It would make sense because so much of it feels like weird fetish stuff. I just want to engage with the math, you know? Like, just give me interesting math problems to do. What is this? Okay. We've got 100% completion, which means we probably can leave. We sure can. Okay, we finished this dungeon, and we'll have to figure out how the hell we're going to clear the rest of it at some point. Let's see. I should do a stream at some point where I just do an incredibly shallow dive into 15 gacha games and just discover an utter hatred of humanity, the likes of which I've never experienced before. Where it's like, yes, this has given me new insight into the horrors that we have wrought as a civilization.
shop. We don't need it. This item's weak. We don't need it. This item's weak. We don't need it.
Okay. Hey, Axle gear. Thylacine. I can read. Just in time for the end of the conversation about gacha games. Probably. I don't know that there's more that needs to be said necessarily. Okay, we're heading to Celeste. But it's also, you know what? It's so funny. Like, so no, I'm not done. I'm very confused. Okay, there's also like a guild system in this game. Okay, the horse game has like a guild system to it, right? Where it's like, okay, you can join guilds with other players, and the UI for it. Bear in mind, this game is an old game. Like, this game's been out for years and years and years. It's been re-released with a global release, but like the game, the global release is based off of like a game that's been in existence for a bajillion years, right? So as far as I can tell, there's no way to interact with your guild members in any way, shape, or form. You're just in a guild. They don't even seem to be like on your friends lists. Like they're not. They don't even like show up on your follow list or anything like that. I don't think. I have no idea what the point of the guild is or how you're supposed to interact with the guild. It's baffling. It's a mechanic that like I'm actually tempted to load up the game just to show how baffling the guild mechanic is. That I am actually tempted to do that. I'm not going to, but just like the guild mechanic is so baffling. The horse game, the Uma Musume game, it's a incredibly like the worst kind of anime horny, like, which is to say, like,
Can I help you find
it's
something?
it's all fetish stuff, but it's all subtext, and of course it involves a bunch of teenagers. So like, but like it's basically like a if you've ever played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, the Chow game, like the Chow mini game where you're raising creatures to race them, basically. It's that game, only like a gacha game built out of it, where you're raising horses that are like based off of real horses, like they're all named after real horses in the real world, but they're all anime girls instead. And you'd think, oh, okay, anime centaurs race. No, they're not centaurs. They're just humanoids with horse ears and like a tail. And for a lot of the characters, you can't tell where their like hair ends and the tail begins. Anyway, cursed game, absolutely cursed. But it's like a genre that I've been wanting to play for many years. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's a game that actually does the Chow game, but it's like the entire game. And I don't know, man. I feel like in some ways the Chow mini game might just be a better developed version of this thing, because so many of the mechanics feel undercooked. Like the guild mechanic feels completely undeveloped. Maybe I should just play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle again. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Anyway, it's been going like fairly viral recently, like the horse game, and I started playing it because I'm like, oh, okay, I like racing games. One of the things that like has been really sad is that like when you want to like dig into really like math heavy games, like you want to dig into something that has like a lot of mechanics to work with, it's all like extremely ultra violent and usually imperialistic, right? Like it's your Europa Universalises, it's your Crusader Kings, it's your like, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of like a really math heavy, but like math heavy RPGs are all about combat. Like the math that you're doing is for the Pokemon, right? Like min-maxing your IVs, doing all of like that math stuff. It's all about fighting. And I am an old man, and I'm getting too old for this shit. I don't want my entire life to be built around fighting anymore. I'm like very content to have a game where it's like, ah, yes, what am I doing with my life? Okay, I'm raising this child, right? And it's like, okay, great. What are the child raising games? Okay, there's like one game in that child raising genre, and it's this incredibly disturbing nightmare thing where like one of the endings is apparently you marrying your offspring, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with people, right? Truly horrifying stuff. Anyway, point being that the horse game is confusing, and I don't understand the guild mechanics because there's no mechanics tied to the guilds. You just have a guild, and there's people in it, but like, and there's like a lobby, and you can see their profile characters just like puttering around, but like you can't interact with them in any meaningful capacity, to my knowledge. I do not understand it. I don't get it in the slightest. I don't know that there's any... I don't get it, because like in like AFK Arena, the guilds allowed you to do... There was like specific content that you would do with your guild. Right? Like, you do things. Some of it was PvP, but a lot of it was PvE, right? Like, it's like, you get together and do, like, a giant raid that, like, is, like, a week, like, community, like, we're all getting together and, like, clearing out this, like, clearing from... It's like a... God, it's you're basically taking territory as a group, and individual people will hold on to specific outposts, but like as a group you are collectively making progress toward a collective goal, right? And that's how like AFK Arena like handles, like that's like one of the big like things, which was very cool. It was a very impressive form of gameplay. Like it was cool. It was like, oh, okay, this is a cool like group thing. And you didn't have to do it with a guild, but if you weren't doing it with your guild, you were basically just doing it with randos. And there was other group content that was smaller scale that didn't involve like 80 people or however many people were in those things. That was like just 5 people, and those you could just queue up for with specific people, and your guild would be a good way to get people to do that with you, but you didn't. It wasn't tied to the guild, right? Whereas the other one, it's like you're either going in with your guild or you're going in with randos. Like you're not going in with like a group of 40 people that you have handcrafted but are not like in your guild. But anyway, so like that kind of content existed, but like I don't think that there's like tournaments or anything like that, right? Like an obvious equivalent to that for the horse game would be if you just had like random like horse racing tournaments where the game just had like, oh, okay, there's like, you know, an event here and you can get resources by, you know, your guild select, like being your guild representative for something, right? And everyone can be their guild representative. They're just doing it in different like categories and different like mini tournaments or whatever. But like it seems like an obvious thing to do, but as far as I know, it's not a thing that exists. So it's like it's almost like gacha games are low effort garbage. Which is confusing to me because I came from like the only one that I've played other than this one is such high effort garbage. Because AFK Arena was very high effort. It was very high effort. So like there was a lot of cool stuff. Like, it was a fun and interesting game with a lot of interesting components to it, and an absolutely monstrous monetization scheme, right? Like there's no getting around that, right? The monetization scheme is evil. But like anyway, I'm just sitting here being baffled by like what is apparently very normal like gacha game mechanics, like, oh, okay, if you miss this banner, you have to wait for the banner to come back to be able to get this character, right? Things like that, where it's like, wait, what? And like, is this banner ever coming back? Not necessarily. There's no guarantee that you're ever going to see this character again. Like, oh, okay, that seems very bizarre. But like, what's But yeah, I would love to see a game where the chocobo mechanic isn't a mini game. It's like the actual game, but also the game isn't cringe and sad. You know, that's my hope, is that one day. And you know, there probably are games like that. It's just I just need to find them and probably learn Japanese to be able to play them. Come on, all I want to do is play my little eugenics simulator and not have it be evil. Look, all I'm looking for is a game where you do a little light eugenics, and it's not cringe or creepy. Like, come on, how hard is it to make a game like that? It's like, you know, now that I say it out loud like that, you know, maybe that's what, maybe it's because the vibes are off on that concept. Maybe there's some overlap between people who are into, like, horse breeding and people who are troublesome in some other ways. I wouldn't know, because I have not interacted with any communities for these kinds of things, because they don't exist. Yeah, it's so funny, because I was playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and just like I'm like looking for games like this, and it's like, oh yeah, all the games like this are incredibly creepy. Every game like this is just so disturbing, and it's like, oh, But why though? This is like such an obvious. This is such an obvious game genre to make. Why are there 3 titles in this that anyone's ever heard of, and why are they all creepy? Which was a really good game, by the way. I was a Teenage Exocolonist, really good. It was. There was less involvement than I was expecting. I was expecting some of the fundamental mechanics that I'm not going to spoil would be utilized more heavily than they were. But what is there is really good. I just kind of expected there to be about 20% more game there. Where it's like, when I thought that we had reached, like, the point where we're really digging into the meat of things and going, ooh, okay, let's explore now. It's like, oh, we're done. When we reached the point where I was excited to figure out what other clever things they had done, I realized, oh, this is the clever things that they have done. Well, that's great that they did those things, but also there just wasn't as much to it as I wanted there to be. Which makes sense, because like you're talking about like a small development team, and the kinds of things that I'm discussing would be a lot of extra just hours, right? Like it's just a lot of extra time on development that you just don't necessarily have. Like one of the advantages of development teams that just make a game, and that's just what they've done, and that's just what they do for the rest of their lives, is just keep building on that one thing that they've built, is that you can get some real masterpieces that way. Like, you can get some really, really impressive stuff if you have if you have a development team that can afford to make that happen, either because the game itself is, is like actually paying off, or because they're independently wealthy and they can do whatever the fuck they want, or for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason, they have the ability to do the same project forever, and they're interested in doing it, and have like the ability to maintain their like creative interest. They're not just going through the motions. They're like, oh no, I'm going to keep working on this for 30 years because that is the thing that I want to do, is iterate and improve on this for 30 years, right? You can get some really cool stuff that way. Unfortunately, that's a very niche circumstance. Hopefully that's what ends up happening with
No room. I have too much.
Silksong.
No room. I have
Like,
too much.
Silksong had a very long development cycle compared to Hollow Knight. And I would not be surprised if it's, like, incredibly excellent. Like, it might be kind of mediocre. That's, like, kind of the expectation anytime that you're dealing with a project that is a follow-up to,
No room. No room.
like,
There isn't
a
any
masterpiece. Is it's like, okay, well,
room. No room.
the thing this is very likely
No room.
the best thing they will ever make, right? But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like, oh no, this is just a taste of what this group of people has inside them. This is an indication of what they can do, and they can do it again. So anyway, so Silksong might be really, really amazing, and it might be just fine, and it might be just great, right? Like the thing that's really wild is that for like a lot of people, if Silk Song is just an excellent game, it's going to be massively disappointing for them. And it's just like, man, it's fine. It's good to have excellent games come out, actually, in my opinion. My incredibly shocking opinion, I am of the feeling that excellent things coming out is pretty cool, actually. That's my hot take. But we'll see. Similar with like the Monster Sanctuary game. Monster Sanctuary was excellent, and this new game might not be as good as Monster Sanctuary was. But it doesn't have to be. If it's good, it's good. Like it's fine to compare the two, right? Like it's fine to compare an old project with a new project and like look at like, oh, okay, what has been improved upon and what has been made worse. But like,
We've done it.
the new one doesn't have to be as good as the old one was in order for it to be good that they made it. That's the comparisons don't have to be that important. It just ain't that serious. It just ain't that serial. Okay, so do I have a message scroll that I just picked up? Because I think I just picked up a message scroll. Does it actually tell me anything about this puzzle? What the hell is going on outside?
I have too much. I have too much. No room.
Is that just like a fully unenchanted club? No, it's primitive club of gold. Okay.
I have too much.
Okay.
No room. I have too much.
No room. No room.
I have too much.
There isn't any room.
Is that like
I have
that's,
too
I
much.
think that's a movie. I think someone's watching a movie next door, maybe.
No room. Carry it.
No room. I have too much.
That doesn't even sound. I don't think. That sounds like a movie siren more so than an actual siren. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna just do sun, moon, and stars in this direction. And then I think I have to click on this, right? Okay, so sun moon, it's literally just 1, 2, 3, right? It's like the left side you put the left one, the middle one you put the middle one, and the right side you put the right one.
No can't carry it.
There really are quite a lot of fairly baffling, like, codes and stuff in the Might and Magic series. Okay, so we've cleared out the dungeon. We've gotten the 2 pieces of the thing that we need. We can loot you. Anybody else? Yeah, there's some bodies toward the entrance. just a body near the entrance. All right, we're going to teleport back to the pit. We're going to turn this quest in. So once we've got this quest turned in, why was I heading toward Thunderfist? Now that I think about it, like, why was I doing that? Okay, Temple of the Light. Hello, Castor. Okay, so we have that one there. Now we just need to find the first one. I knew Archibald made the right decision in trusting you. You know, you can just say we as like a communal we to say like our organization that we represent made the right choice in trusting you. Like, you don't have to be super shady about the whole thing and go like, I mean Archibald, who makes the decisions around here and is definitely in charge. Right? Like, you don't have to be super shady about the whole thing, right? Like, charisma check, like, this is like deception check, nat 1. Nat 1 on your deception check, my friend. Okay, so unfortunately, I do need to go AFK for several minutes, and we are only 15 minutes away from the end of stream, so I think I'm actually just going to end a little bit early today, because I have to go AFK for a little bit, and I'm not able to wait 15 minutes to go AFK for a few minutes. So I think we're going to end things here, and then we will pick this up next time doing something fun and good. Will be, I would assume, killing a bunch of random things, and you know that seems like kind of what we do here. So that is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. I do apologize for beginning late and ending early, but you know, that's just how things go sometimes. Tomorrow I should be starting on time. Hopefully my sleep schedule gets a bit more normal. Things have been a bit crazy around here due to plague in the house. Plague. Later, Brooks.